Hey everybody, this is Dave Cooper and we're at World of Modular 2022 and I am standing with an industry legend, an industry veteran, and somebody that is paving the path forward for everything offsite construction. Staying with me is Rick Murdock. Rick, how you doing?
Hi Dave, how are you doing?
Good.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
So it's awesome having you on location here, talking with us. You know, we were at Autovol, one of the factories, but you guys have so much going on that I can't even keep track. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you have going on outside of just the Autovol plant?
Okay, so we got a lot of things going on that we think is going to really support the industry. We're trying to grow it the best we can, as quick as we can, because of the demand that's out there today. So Autovol, obviously we spoke to that. That's the first automated, fully robotic plant that is doing extremely well. We're building our 6th project. Couldn't be happier. We just continue to make pathways forward. So that's all been great.
Great.
We've got Waypaver International is a company that we have, and Waypaver International is basically a company that's designed to help other people get into our industry and get into manufacturing. And so we add and give them all the resources they need to do that, part of the education, keep them from falling in ditches to do that,
Okay.
and something to better secure their success.
Sure.
We have Prefab Logic that Curtis and I started years ago, and that's really turned into a great company.
Mm-hmm.
That was really aimed at the developer, architect, general contractor, and manufacturing spectrum to try to be able to sow those seeds and get that information out there so they could come to one and really build more projects for less money and faster. So we have that one, and then we have Modular Maven, which is a new company of ours that Merrick Macomber started, and she's the leader of that company, and it's all about building what was most important in all of our companies, and that was the culture.
Yeah.
Right, so we're enjoying that piece of it. And then Curtis goes out and creates Effektiv House.
Right.
And Effektiv House is, he'll tell you, it's more about making it easier to build, less time, and making easier selections for what
Sure.
you want to build. It's kind of pre-designed
Sure.
modules. So everything's going great in our whole voyage.
I love this, right? I mean, you're not only tackling industry problems that we have, but you're also helping to build an industry culture and also industry training, and I think that's super important. We're going to have Merrick and Curtis join us here in just a moment to talk about some of those operations they have going on. Let's talk about Autovol's on their 6th project now.
Yes.
I know when I was there, that yard was full. I stayed in a house right next to it. It was the perfect backyard you could ever have.
It's
All full of modular boxes. But let's talk about that. How's everything going? How's the plant running? You got 6 projects going.
You know what? Everything's going well. We've got our floor line assembly going down. It's working with automation robotics, thanks to House Design and that group really working with us. We're back up to 4 modules a day, getting ready to move to 5 modules per day. We've got this year booked and part of next year booked, and so we've kind of got this roadmap for success in time and projects, and still encouraging new projects. So for me, all the companies are doing quite well. We're very happy with it this year.
And so what problem are you solving with Autovol? Why should somebody say, hey, Rick, why should I come to Autovol for my project?
You know, we are a robotic company, so here's what I could tell you. I think that we're going to build a product for less than what you're going to get done traditionally in most markets, high-price markets. I think the quality of that product is going to be far beyond what your expectations are, just because of the precision of the automation, and then this team of Solutioneers that are at that plant that are dedicated to building a beautiful product. So I think those are going to be solved. Time is going to be solved. A lot of time can be solved by going modular. And we're a training ground. We're a training ground for new people coming into the industry, learning the industry, and moving forward with us.
You know, I've been to the factory. I've walked the floor. The quality is, I mean, it's superior from a lot of the, modular buildings that you see going on out there today. The precision, even the quality of lumber you use is more superior than what we're seeing in regular site-built homes or stick framing or anything like that. So I love it. All right, let's move on. Waypaver. What is Waypaver trying to solve? We're bringing people into the industry.
We're bringing people in the industry to help grow the industry, but it's really, we got a housing problem.
Yeah.
And when you look at the great manufacturers that are out there now, because there's many of them, and you look at the demand, there's no way we can even touch it, right? No different than the automobile industry was at one time. They couldn't touch the demand, so what do? They started up factories and then moved into automation and robotics. So we're really trying to take that next step forward with all the different teams we have combined to take it from what we were doing in construction to what the future is going to bring in construction, and really try to help this housing problem.
Yeah, and again, I like to ask, somebody wants to learn more. Why are they reaching out to you?
Well, they're reaching out to us because we're an innovative group. Obviously, we're not afraid to take a risk. And as of today, this group is the first one that's not talked about it, but actually done it with automation and robotics.
Yeah,
and the lessons learned are, you can't count them all.
No, you
So
can't.
no, it's awesome. It's been an awesome trip.
Yeah, hey, listen, anytime you're doing something groundbreaking, there's always lessons learned, and
Yes.
you got to fall for it. All right, Prefab Logic. I just love how many things we have going on. Prefab Logic, right? We've had Prefab Logic on the show in the past. We've showcased it. Where are we at with Prefab Logic today?
You know what? Prefab Logic's doing an excellent job. We got some new keen leadership in there that know it from the ground floor up. That's been with us for quite some time. Curtis is overseeing that company and doing a great job. Their backlogs of people coming to them needing help has increased, and so that company is growing. And then Autovol and all the lessons learned there, we were able to really advance that company into the automation and robotics world, and actually do data and design engineering for that as well. And so that company's doing extremely well. It's a cut ahead of what's being done out there today.
Right.
And its sights are on the future as well, not today.
Yeah. Rick, listen, I appreciate you taking a few minutes here at World of Modular. You're speaking here too, right?
Yes, I'm looking forward to that.
So,
I am.
Well, you know what? I know there's going to be a packed room. Everybody wants to hear what you guys are doing. You are really, truly leading the way and paving new grounds for a lot of folks in this industry to really look up at and watch. And hopefully, like I said, not only watch, but follow your success and hopefully take part in your success.
Thank you very much. It's a privilege to be here and a privilege to be talking to you again.
Yeah, always.
Yeah,
I love it. So we're going to bring in Merrick now. Merrick, come on over here. Let's talk a little bit about Modular Maven. And this is kind of a fun topic because we mentioned Modular Maven when we were at the show. A little premature. We got a little excited about it. Everybody, this is Merrick Macomber. Merrick is responsible. Let me try this.
Okay.
For the culture at Autovol.
Yeah.
Honestly, they got bikes with tassels on the side. It is quite fun. But I mean, I think to me, you're best known for the culture and the processes you have put in place within Autovol. But you are now also doing Modular Maven.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about it.
We really wanted to focus on the people that are working there. And I've spent my entire career focusing on making sure everybody was happy at work.
Right.
And what we've created at Autovol and Prefab Logic is really, truly undeniable. Yeah. And likewise with Rick and Curtis paving the way for the industry, they really paved the way for me to carve out what I do well and help support growing this industry. We really want to create standards and culture, best culture practices, and really offer off-site manufacturing or anybody in construction a different perspective on how to build their best culture practices from the beginning and from the start.
So Modular Maven is another process to where you're helping people or companies or people within companies such as your own to really understand how to embrace a better culture for better productivity to really take a factory or your business, whatever it may be, to the next level.
Yeah,
Is that it? Sum it up?
Yeah, let me ask you a question.
Uh-oh. I asked the question.
Yeah. What do you think about whenever you think about home away from home?
I think about my family.
Yeah, all right. So we think about work.
Yeah.
We think about work because 1/3 of your life is spent at work, not at home, not with your family.
Right.
And so we're really trying to develop a program for everybody to follow to where everybody can find that sense of home in their living space, workplace, personal lives, and really help grow our industry by making it a really sought-after industry to work in because of the respect and the love and all of the things that we do to make Solutioneers feel appreciated and loved, and really kind of share that with everybody else. See if we can replicate what we've done at Autovol and Prefab Logic and share it with the world. So
Solutioneers, just the names that you use are fun. You have the game room upstairs. I was there. And I hear what you're saying. You're absolutely right. I mean, we're all thinking about work all the time. What's our to-do? What's our deliverables? How do we make it to the next level? Blah, blah, blah. So I love the fact that, you're building a culture, around the processes, and Rick's back there making faces at us. That's the culture here. But, building that whole culture, and it's almost like a standardization of, how do we have a lot of fun at work?
Yeah.
But be successful.
Yeah.
At the same time?
Yeah. Work hard and play hard, but also have fun doing what we're doing.
Right.
It's difficult work, but the
Right.
work that we're doing is good work. We're
Right.
putting homes in areas where people don't have homes. We're building a great product to put a roof over somebody's head.
That's right.
And so there's a lot of pride that goes into that. And yeah, sorry, I lost it.
So there is a lot of pride that goes in it. So let's talk about, Modular Maven. How do we find out about it? How do people reach out to you?
Yeah,
What's the
absolutely.
process here?
Modularmaven.com, or you can just call my cell phone. Pretty much everybody has it if you know Rick or Curtis.
Don't reach out to me. I don't have it. So, modularmaven.com.
Yeah.
And so go to modularmaven.com, check out everything you guys have going on. And this is the reason I wanted to do this interview with all of you, because it's really like 4 or 5 shows all in one.
Yeah.
Because it's all about promoting what other people are doing better in the industry.
Yeah.
How do we hashtag build it better, as I say, and I think you guys are doing an amazing job, so thank you.
Yeah. Well, love to share more about Modular Maven and Women Offsite, little program we've got going on there as
Another
well.
one. I don't have enough fingers.
So we're really working hard to work with opportunity schools.
Sure.
And work with right now focuses on women growing
That's
up
good.
and getting opportunity into modular construction. And so that's pretty exciting too.
So just real quick stat. At Autovol, you have a lot of women on the production floor, welders. I mean, literally, they're at all levels, from working out on the plant floor through the head office or main offices, right?
Yeah, we can do it too, right? So Autovol has 30% female.
Yeah.
The national average in construction is 11%.
Right,
So
right.
we're really making a difference and making an impact. And whenever there's labor shortages everywhere, where are we not looking at this whole slew of females out here that can
Right.
do manufacturing and do it real well?
Times have changed, right? We're not expecting people to have to carry all of those heavy weight loads and a stack of 15 2x4s up a ladder. That doesn't need to happen anymore, in my humble opinion. If you're not building off-site, you're missing the point here. So, all right. So, Merrick, thank you so much. Curtis, come on over here. Let's join you today, and let's talk about what you have going on. Effektiv House. So, Effektiv House. Curtis Fletcher, you're well known in the industry as well. Curtis, why don't you tell us, just give us a little bit more background on everything you're part of, because you're part of Autovol, Prefab Logic, all the same things with Rick. You guys have been at this so long time. What do you have happening?
Yeah, so Effektiv House is basically what we've done is take the engineering components that we've built out over the years, all of the standardized practices that we've evolved, and turned those into standardized products that we can actually have architects use in real time to develop their own buildings without having to understand how to do modular. Right? The important thing here is that people that are designing for modular are not really thinking about how the MVPs are going to work and how other components work, and that's what Effektiv House does. It takes that thought process out, allows them to snap a building together, and still maintain their sense of placemaking and articulation of a building, and get the facade the way they need it to be, and all those.
Right. So I'm an architect or design build, and I want to build modular. You're essentially saying that Effektiv House is going to give me the ability to not have to have all that knowledge and experience in modular to use this program, and it's going to guide me and help me with pre-built, I guess, objects, or is it parametric, geometric?
It is parametric, and it's really a very simple process, right? They're just and right now it's all Revit based, right?
Okay.
And we will eventually expand into other platforms, but today it's Revit based. But an architect can literally download these objects. It's got all the heights built in, the widths built in, so everything's sort of snapped together, and that's what makes it easy. That's what actually allows an architect to design without a lot of forethought into, okay, downstream, I've got to get all these engineers and everybody involved to make sure that this thing works, and to figure it out afterward, and then mess up my plans because now they're messed up, right? You've got to put a chase in where you didn't plan for a chase, that kind of thing. So that's what Effektiv House does for them. It sort of makes that process easy. You can literally put a building together in 5-10 minutes with plans.
And it snaps in, and it counts for the MEPs, and then you could, I'm guessing you can see everything in 3D and zoom in and see if there is a conflict somewhere and adjust for it on the computer versus in the field.
Yeah, so these objects are actually, what we call a BDO, right? It's a building design object. And the building design object is literally a 3D mass of the module that's going to go in there, or the portion of a module that's going to go in there. And inside of that, there's a 2D plan. That 2D plan's already been figured out. It's already been engineered. And so long as you don't mess around with the interior guts of that, I mean, a one-bedroom's a one-bedroom apartment, right? You don't need to redesign a one-bedroom apartment. What you want to do is figure out what that building is going to flow like for the people, where the amenity spaces are, and there's other things that we're not going to figure out for you. But in this sense, it's just it's a 3D module with a 2D plan in it, but all the engineering is already done behind it.
Got it.
So they don't have to figure that out. If they need to, I mean, we haven't launched the MEP plans for that yet.
Sure.
Those are coming up in the next couple of months. But beyond that, they can also engage Prefab Logic to take that to the next level. And that's all of our companies are really built around supporting the industry. Right?
Sure.
We're trying to actually get everybody into a place where they can produce housing faster.
Right.
This also leads to faster production times. And it's got pre-specified components and materials in there, so our supply chain is there for our clients and the folks that are actually using this product.
To move it forward. So if I'm hearing you correctly, though, this isn't just to be used through Autovol. You've designed for the industry to design into modular offsite construction, and they can use this at a factory of their choice.
Absolutely, yeah. This is not. Look, we're passionate about Autovol.
Yeah,
obviously,
sure.
We're involved in Autovol, but this is a industry-wide product. This is not a factory-specific product, and that's what makes it beautiful. Because a lot of factories hold that stuff close.
Yeah, sure.
We're actually wanting to build the industry, right? Bring the industry into a place where it can actually flourish, and people can actually be confident that they can build this building. Right?
Yeah, but I think that's super important, right? We're talking about all these companies. They're all really independent companies that are there to help the industry as a whole. None of them says you have to use this other product. If you use Effektiv House or Prefab Logic, they can use what they like.
Exactly, they can. And what's kind of interesting about Effektiv House, look, I don't feel like everybody's going to want exactly what we put together every time. There's places where you're going to want a custom design, or you need a custom design for something. That's okay.
Right.
That's okay. You can use Effektiv House. Even if you got 80% of your building done with Effektiv House, that's a huge win.
Sure.
The factory is going to produce better with that product. Right?
Yeah.
The rest of it can be, you can use a blank module to design your own interior as you need.
I love it. I think it's great. It's a way to bring people that don't understand our industry in. There is no formal training out there right now. I mean, there's some small training happening, but most people need to learn from somebody who's already been in it or doing it. And you're effectively giving them that opportunity to not have to go through all that. Come and use the system because their client maybe wants to try modular or offsite, right?
That's right. That's right. And let me tell you, if you design it with modular in mind in the beginning, your pathway is going to be a lot easier. But even if you had to, at some point, you say, look, I can't, for whatever reason, I can't make that happen. You can convert easier from modular to conventional than you can go in the other direction.
Sure.
So these are great products to design with. It's fast, it's easy. If you're designing for conventional, use the product. It actually will get you where you need to go faster. And then if you have to make that conversion, make it. But at least you're set up for a modular factory, and we can build it.
Yeah, all of these are really large undertakings. I mean, you have an amazing team, where you guys are. You really do have an amazing team. And I think that says a lot. I mean, I know the three of you are here, but none of this is possible without all of those other people that are at the factory or in the offices of all these different divisions making it happen, right? That's where the brains really are going on.
Absolutely. Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But it's true, right? There's no way for you guys.
I can barely get out of bed in the morning. No, I'm not the smartest guy in the room. We've got a lot of really bright people.
Right.
A lot of people putting this behind us to actually make the push and make it available to the people out there. So, we've got a fabulous team. Very proud of them. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it. There you have it, everybody. Curtis Fletcher. So,
thanks, guys.
What an awesome show. You can just stick right here. So that's it. We're at World of Modular 2022, and we will be at Advancing Prefab as well. So stay tuned. We're going to bring you more great content, and we're going to keep promoting those that are making our industry better, that are building it better, that are showing us the way forward. And you guys are all just, one step. I want to say Autovol, but it's Autovol, Prefab Logic. We say we're right. Autovol, Prefab Logic, Modular Maven, Waypaver, and there was the other one with the women.
Flex is part of Modular Maven.
Modular Maven. That's it. I love it. So all the way through. So that's a wrap, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.